What can you do after you pass your ACCA? So ACCA is a very diverse course which teaches you auditing, which teaches you financial management, which teaches you costing. Um, you can get into diverse fields. So I'll give you examples as to what departments I have in my office, and based on that, we'll be able to cover most of these aspects. So I have an internal audit team, which is an all ACCA team. I have a financial reporting team. I have a corporate finance team. I have a treasury team and an MIS team. So MIS is Management Information System. So all these have ACCAs working in it. A lot of our students go and get placed in accounting advisory. What is accounting advisory is you understand accounting standards. Many companies need that expertise. So you are on that team that gives advice to these people who need to make their books and accounts in a certain way with Ind AS or IFRS. You can get into risk advisory. So MIS and risk advisory normally goes hand in hand because you need data to mitigate risk, right? So risk advisory is where you understand the risk and apply parameters to mitigate that risk. Auditing is very, very general, common. The people that hire the most in this field are your big fours, and then the two below the big four, that is BDO and GT, right? So there are like 6 people who hire in bulk when it comes to auditing. Auditing is your safest bet in terms of if you want to have a career where you will always have a job. Auditing is the place to be because it will never go out of fashion. Okay, auditing will be there. It will just keep getting upgraded from time to time with the regulatory changes that are happening. Transaction advisory. I would like to cover transaction advisory a little bit with private equity. So many people say that, I want to join private equity. What is private equity? Private equity is nothing but equity of a unlisted company, right? So you do a due diligence of that company, you understand that company, and then you advise someone to either you are buying shares of that company or you are on the side of the company trying to sell those shares to somebody. So that is a transaction advisory service. Transaction advisory can be private equity. It can be in a listed umbrella, right? If you want to get into private equity, you have to find people online and tell them that, you know what, I have this skill set and I want to work. You may be taken at a level below, but then you always get the chance to prove yourself and move forward in that direction, right? Financial reporting, I covered already. Management consulting is the place to be eventually. Management consulting, I won't lie to you, needs an upgradation even after an ACCA or a CA. Not very easy to get into management consulting every time, but there are starting level positions available in smaller management consulting firms. And treasury is nothing but applying your financial management knowledge, understanding your futures, derivatives, debt instruments, etc., which is something that my company does really well. So I have a very good understanding of treasury, financial instruments, etc. And this is also, again, you can get into this. Most of these skill sets are then developed on the job. So don't think that, I will do accounting advisory, but I'm not so good at that subject. But you will get used to it. So nobody will be well equipped on day one of their job, even after qualification. Qualification is just a way to put your foot in the door. And then you enter and slam the door open with your talent. Okay, so I hope that covers everything. Also, there are alternate career choices available. So if you want to run a business of your own also, like Pratham is doing right now, why an ACCA can help is because you have an overview of how a business functions. Regulatory is also important. Leadership is important. So ACCA teaches you leadership. It teaches you cost control. It teaches you pricing. So it can give you an overview of how to run your own business also. So I think it's a very good course for someone who wants to eventually become an entrepreneur also.
Yep, I'll just leave it open for a few questions.
Yeah, so I'm going to read this question called ACCA exams are held online or offline. Very, very easy, straightforward answer. Both. for now, ACCA is holding both online and offline examinations. So you like your old mechanism of center-based exams. So ACCA has that option. And online exams are proctored exams. So you should have a system at home, and you can log in and write the exam from home. Obviously, it's very strict. So you cannot do away with just sitting with a book, because their technology is very superior. But yes, you can write exams both online, offline, 4 times a year.
I saw a few questions on a little bit about the internship. So quickly, the PER aspect,
Yes.
if you can fill them in.
So, firstly, someone said that is the CA internship okay for the ACCA internship? Absolutely yes. No one expects you to do it twice. ACCA asks you to do a 36-month PER, practical experience requirement. And these 36 months can be in any relevant role. So in CA, it is 2 years or 1.5 year in practice, 1.5 year in industry. ACCA has no such rule. Okay, you can do all 3 years in an industry. It has to be a relevant role. How does ACCA figure out it's a relevant role? Because you have to have a workplace mentor who is from the Federation of Accountants, which can be our Indian CA also. And you have to achieve certain simple objectives like making financial statements, making tax reconciliations, and some working ethically. So 9 objectives you have to pass. Okay, and your 36-month experience, you submit that application to ACCA and they give you your membership. So how do you become a member? 13 papers you have to pass. So exemptions, non-exemptions, total 13 papers you have to pass. You have to do 36 months of your practical experience, and you have to pass your professional ethics module, PEM. Okay, these 3 things you do and you become an ACCA member.
And just to summarize what Nirbhay said about the experience aspect, if any of you are confused, simply put, you've got to work for 3 years in any role which is related to finance and accounts. Zell recommends that the best thing is work as a CA article for those 3 years. Go through the grind, you'll get good exposure. Most CA firms, big or small, will send you to different clients for audits. You'll touch upon tax, you'll touch upon a little bit of accounting and advisory. The good part is, unlike CA articleship, you don't have to stick for 3 years in one firm. You can keep changing, you can take breaks, and it's not compulsory when to start. Like in CA, you have to start after IPCC Group 1. Here you can do your your articleship or whatever work experience before, during, or after ACCA. So our recommendation, simply put, is start if you can at your skill level, right? Complete your knowledge level, pass those exams. Once you reach skill level, start working simultaneously. Work, if possible, in a CA firm with a CA above you. All of the rest will sort of get taken care of by itself.
From a career choice perspective, for those who want to build a career, want to have an option open to travel abroad, ACCA complements you really well. Some people asked about how job prospects and how will ACCA help me take my career forward. Firstly, anything you do in the field of finance, ACCA covers most territories, right? So even if you get stuck midway, many people get stuck midway, right? And you are a part qualified person, and let's say you don't write your professional papers also, it at least helps you build a foundation in a domain of finance.
So guys, I hope that with people like him, y'all are getting more clarity. Of course, even Nirbhay will be available if you all ever want to reach out to him, right from LinkedIn to reach out to Zell, and we'll coordinate a time when he's available for you guys. And yeah, like he said, right, I hope we can help you launch your career. I hope we can excite you all to study finance, study accounts, and hopefully do something worthwhile. And let us know if there's anything else we can help you with. Please do refer to people about us, because there are a lot of people are confused about their career, just like many of us were back in the day, and many of you all must be. Done. Hope to see all of you all later, man. Chalo, see you all.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Nirbhay.
Thank you. Thank you.